All right, for today's homework, I'd like you to draw this, write down all the work I'm going to show you, draw this triangle, and listen for those 3 words to show me that you listen. All right, I need you to know that for a triangle, all the angles are supplementary. That means all these angles add up to be 180 degrees. It's called supplementary. I also need you to know that these 2 angles added up also equal 180 if my pen lets me write. Those 2 angles also equal 180. They are also supplementary. There is also one little random rule. That's the exterior angle rule. That this angle out here, my pen lets me write, is equal to these 2 angles on the inside. Not this one, but the other 2 angles on the inside. You need to know all of that. The first word is supplemental, 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 supplementary. If you want to write that, supplementary is the first word. So here we go. Using that supplementary rule, that 4x right there, plus that 20-degree angle I give you, plus that 40, they all equal to 180. So to solve that, I'm combining like terms. That gives me 4x plus 60 equals 180. And then right there, 2-step equation. Start by eliminating that 60 minus 60. And then I'm going to divide. So that gives me 4x. If I can do that in black. Equal to 120. And then I'm going to divide both sides by 4. Second word is solution. Solution is the second word. That gives me x is 30, which is the solution. It doesn't mean that this angle is 30 degrees. It does not. It just means that x is 30. And if I want to find that angle, I could take that 30 number right there, times it by 4. That will give me the degrees of that angle. When I take that 4 and I replace that x with 30, because x is 30, that gives me 120. So that angle in there, after all that work, it's not 30, it's not 4x, it's 4 times 30, which gives me, of course, 120 degrees. And that makes sense because 120 plus 20 plus 40, that equals 180. All right, the next way to solve for this y, 2 ways. I could add up that 2y and this 120 equal to 180. That's one way you could do it. The other way is to take this 2y and know that it's equal to these 2 pieces added up. I'm going to show both methods. All right, here we go. First method, adding 2y and 120, because I know those angles right next to each other, they equal 180. So that 120 plus that 2y equal 180. They are supplementary. And that's going to have me take away 120 on both sides and then divide by 2. But remember, that is just the answer for y. It's not the degrees of y. Y equals 30. But it's not 30 degrees. That's a mistake, because if you think it's 30, 30 plus 20, that's not 180. That gives you the number to plug in for y to find out. So if I want to find out what that y degree really is, what that angle really is, just take that 2y, my pen lets me write, and times it by 30. So that'll give me 60 degrees. So that 2y angle is 60, and that makes sense because 60 plus 120 is 180. That's one way to find y. Another way is to go back to the fact that this was 2y right here. And you could set that 2y equal to those two pieces added up, that 20 and that 40, if my pen lets me write. So 2y is equal to that 20 plus that 40 equals 2y equals 60. And then that's another way to get y is 30. But remember though, still y is not 30. If you take that and plug it in, that y times 2 gives you 60. All right, the third word is angles. Angles. Good luck. See you tomorrow.